How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Sunny 16 show. Yes, we are alive. Yes, we're doing okay, not thriving, but doing all right. You know, it's been a busy April. And today, we are talking about the blue checkmark Armageddon. All the chit chat about getting verified, paying for it, you don't want to pay for it, tagging Elon on Twitter. You know, if you're famous, tagging Elon on Twitter. If you're not famous, not getting a response, obviously. And we're going to kind of unpack basically, is it worth it? Is getting verified on Instagram and Twitter and any other platform? Can you get verified on TikTok? Who cares? We're gonna figure that out today.
Who cares? We're too old.
Yeah, exactly.
But before all that, that's just kind of a topic. I feel like we just need a catch up for the for people that actually just want to
for the loyalists.
It's been a minute. Yeah.
So what's up, bro?
I liked your intro. You were kind of like, it's been a little bit of a. We're not thriving.
Oh, dude, thanks for liking my intro.
Busy.
I love when Caleb gasses up my intro because he's been trying to steal my one take intro thunder, and I had to really stake my claim today on not letting that continue. So thank you.
He's fighting for it.
So it wasn't hijacked.
No problem.
Fighting for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have we been up to though? Actually,
what have we been up to?
The last month we did 3 productions.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why we're not thriving is just because we're tired.
Yeah.
Right.
We haven't been
not because things
posting
are bad,
on
but just it was a big month.
Yeah.
It was a big month. It is.
Niles, you were on production every single week.
Yeah, basically, it's one of those things where like our February couldn't have been less busy.
It was like non-existent.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, speak for yourself, bro.
Well,
it was non-existent.
Caleb had twins, but that's a life thing.
Having
It's not a work
babies.
thing.
Yeah.
Other than
underwater.
having 2 kids. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like when the work comes, it feels like it all comes at once, and then you have like a schedule nightmare, and then when the work leaves, it all leaves, and you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, trying to drum up more work for it just to all cascade on you the following month. I think we don't want to complain because like Sunny, without April, we probably wouldn't have jobs right now. So we love that we were busy, but it's just funny how it works. Like there's never like a perfect 2 great jobs a month. You know, it's one of those things.
I
where
think
like
a lot of creators
these last couple of months have been very scrappy in a sense. I mean, we had a fairly large job. You guys killed it with the Winnebago and Radmom, but like a lot of the other stuff has been pretty scrappy.
Those aren't out yet, by the way.
Right, they're not out yet.
Let's talk about the project.
Yeah, I mean,
so talk about the projects. But you're right. With creators, though, it ebbs and flows so hard that sometimes it's like, oh, we got a lot, and then, and I will say, it's hard to make content when you're making content. You know what I'm saying?
Speak for yourself,
think about
dude.
that. But that's I feel like
True.
What? In my mind.
Oh
my god.
But yeah, it is. So I feel like we haven't posted on YouTube in a minute. We haven't done a pod. We've just been doing some projects. So want to talk about what those were? The one that's out right now, Module 8. We could hit on that.
Yeah. So Module 8 launched. They basically made something called a tuner, and the guy who designed it has won 13 Academy Awards. I actually got to hold one. I'll send the photo to Caleb because it weighed about 12 pounds. And he treated us to like a really nice sushi dinner. And it was like one of the most LA things I've ever done because it was like it was actually my birthday that day. So it was like I get handed an Oscar and like a big plate of sushi, and it was like happy birthday, but not really because it wasn't for me. But it kind of felt like that. Most LA thing ever. And basically, if you've ever heard of like detuning lenses or like diffusion filters, anything like that, it's basically a way more technical way, in a way more, I would say, curated way or a more purposeful way to like tune or detune an image. And it's just adding a bunch of character to what would be like a very clinically sharp piece of glass. You're adding like vintage character.
Yeah, and what's unique about these is that they're mimicking 2 famous, lens sets. Very famous lens sets, like Canon K35, which go for like $50,000 a piece. It's insane. It's like hard to get, hard to rent, can't buy them. And then the other one is the Super Boltar, where it's a very stylized look in a sense. And so the ability to have
super bloomy.
Yeah, super bloomy, super halation-y. I love how people think it's like Vaseline in front of your lens.
I know, that's been killing. There's been some comments like, well, that's really expensive Vaseline on your lens. And I'm just dying. It's like
it's actually kind of funny.
It's super funny. No, I totally get it. But it's also like the least the least like purposeful way to get that look would be just smearing Vaseline. And what they did is literally like made this crazy piece of tech to like fine tune the Vaseline perfectly. Yeah. It's funny.
But you also think about those same people that might not see the differences with their eye, like also wouldn't know the difference between an actual K35 like or a vintage lens that's proper versus like a nifty 50. It's like I don't know. Like the subtleties are kind of for the trained eye. It's for the filmmaker.
Absolutely,
like, really.
The diehard. This was so a tricky one to kind of really talk about because if you've never been in this space, if you don't analyze these type of lenses, then it's going to go over your head very quickly. So
because for you, Joshua, you were nerding out pretty hard.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
You love it, right? Like you were nerding out pretty
I was
hard.
like,
I mean, we all were, but
this is like I'm in heaven.
You especially, bro.
I was asking Mike all the stuff, all the questions.
Right. Yeah.
Did you use your gloves? Did you put your gloves on when you were like?
I didn't bring my gloves.
Touching them.
That would have killed Niles if I brought my gloves.
I don't think I would have let him put on the gloves, bro. I would have been like, dude, sorry, the gloves are just a no go.
Niles and I mean,
there were a lot of people I was with last week that were like, so what does it do? Is it like a cine bloom? Like a lot of people are just like trying to understand it,
right? Because it really is the first
like
of its kind.
Saying,
it's the first of its kind product, like so it's like you can't really. You have to compare to like what.
There's nothing to compare it to.
Yes.
Right.
The closest thing
we can.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Caleb, stop trying to transition us, bro. We're flowing.
Flowing, dude.
The closest thing to this product right now that came out recently was what Ari did. They made a what they call impression filters, which go on the back of their signature
impression
primes.
filters.
And what that does is change the characteristics of their super high-end, super clean lenses. But now you can get extra bloom, different type of bokeh in the background. Like that's what they did. But those are fixed, and those are like what $10,000 a piece for a set of.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. So like when this came out, it's like okay, well we can do that, and you can variably change it. So you don't have to constantly change your lens and change the back of it. But now you can just put it just on your Sony camera or RF camera, and then use any EF lens, and then kind of tackle that way. So it's
definitely a product
exciting.
like it's a product. I think once I get that final unit, the L2, which is the K35 version, I'd probably shoot like everything on just because.
That's Niles' pick.
It's just subtle enough, but you can make it a little crazy. It looks so good. And like I think what Joshua called it, he was like the soap bubble bokeh.
It's a soap
and
bubble.
now I like and now exactly. Now I just look and I'm just like, oh, that looks so much better. And it is such a subtlety, but that is such the nature of filmmaking. Is like
what you want.
Yeah, it's like you're always trying to kind of separate yourself from what everyone else is making. And I think the one amazing thing now is how democratized creativity is in terms of like the visual space. But one challenge is that everyone is making stuff, which makes it a lot harder to make something that looks different. So I feel like when you find these tools that give you a little bit of difference, like I definitely latch onto them because. And it's just because it's going to make your work stand out a little bit. And with this, it's not just like one Promis filter that'll always be 1/8 stop. It changes like what aperture you're at, what lens you're shooting. Like you can kind of actually fine tune it more to where you could develop like your own like Joshua look, your own like Taylor look. And one thing that we kept laughing about, we're like, dude, for wedding photographers, like super bloomy, like heavenly photos, like. Yeah, it's like there is a bunch of use cases that we didn't really think of at first.
Like give India Earl a tuner for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What if you did that? Did you use the tuner with the anamorphic adapter?
No, we didn't. Unfortunately. But the L3 would be insane. So like anamorphic adapter with your favorite lens and an L3, because the L3 mimics more anamorphic characteristics, but for spherical, that's an insane combination, I think.
Right.
So I want to do that.
Yeah, it really is.
I ain't got a Sony camera.
And I think some people.
So I wasn't on the shoot, obviously.
Right. Yeah. Clearly, Joshua and I were on the shoot. We're all like jazzed on it. I think.
Do you guys even have an anamorphic adapter yet? Do you have one?
I just sent mine to someone.
Do you have the adapter?
To like borrow.
I want one. Yeah. I want one back.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, but yeah, if you are listening, that campaign is on Kickstarter right now, so it's funded. It's at like over 200,000 already. But when this episode comes out, we'll have a link in the description.
And I think it does seem expensive, like whoa, $1,000. But I think when you look at the look here, like K35s are, if you were to buy a set, is hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a Super Baltar set is probably $50K. And so you're getting something that's really close to those looks for $1,000 right now.
I mean,
and I think it might be a little higher.
I
think that was, yeah.
Yeah, if here's a scenario.
Sometimes when things are a little more expensive too, like then not every. It's a little more like, hey, this is an investment. I'm going to save up and buy it, and then not everyone's going to have this like this exact look. So it's kind of nice, honestly.
Also, I think like once you're maturing as a filmmaker, you'll start to learn that having a set of lenses are going to be really important. And so like, let's say you already have a set of like Canon FDs, and you want the FDs to have a more of a K35 look. You buy this one adapter, and now all of your Canon FDs look more like the Canon.
That is 35s. Literally what my set will be. I have all my Canon
Niles
FDs.
kind of sold me on FDs too, I will say.
Right.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're sold on FDs?
Honestly,
you have to give Joshua credit for the 35 to 105 though, because I wouldn't have bought that one without Joshua reviewing it. I bought it, and then Caleb got to shoot with it. I think Caleb really liked the 50. The 51.4 is so nice.
Oh, so nice.
I just didn't think they were. I was surprised how sharp they were. Pretty open.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, these actually don't look bad.
No, they don't. And then with the L2 on there with the K35, like you can basically like make it just dance on the edges. Like the edges just like have an absolute rager
dance on the edges.
in the middle state. Yeah, it's like it's just it looks so nice. It, like there's one shot of Taylor in what we shot for the Mother's Day campaign. That is like an indie short film, and there's like the bokeh around her head just looks so
We'll throw that screenshot up.
It's so good.
Okay, let's transition to the next gigs.
He's been waiting.
Taylor, do you want to hit him?
He was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
Caleb's bored.
I'm done.
Hey guys,
We've lost half our
can we
audience
transition
if we
for
still-
Caleb because he's really bored?
Yeah.
Right.
First of all, I am drinking a Kirkland Signature sparkling lemon water. I will say this is like the most fizzy of all the seltzer waters.
All the fizzies.
But it's Costco brand.
What's in your cup?
I'm crushing some Topo. Is it Cinco? Some Topo. Chico.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I'm crushing it.
You didn't know it?
Topo Cinco?
Topo Cinco?
Topo Cinco.
Topo Cinco.
Dude, your wife's gonna have a word, bro.
I've never had that before. Dude. So I never had that before.
You've never had a Topo Chico?
No, I never.
They're good.
Topo Chicos are amazing.
They make you burp a lot, though. They're very burpy. It's a very burpy drink.
It is. Like I bought a whole case. They're at Costco. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Niles, are you drinking water because you did Swole Patrol this morning?
I did not do Swole Patrol this morning. God, hey, we can't say that, dude. I'm public, bro. It's embarrassing. I'm just kidding. No, I have
Niles.
I have my.
Have we talked about it on the pod? Yeah.
What? The fact
Swole
that
Patrol?
I'm trying to get jacked. No. I'm trying to join the buff nerds, dude. I want Jacob Owens to just be like, "Whoa, dude, you're so strong. Come be a filmmaker with me." I'll be like, "Yeah."
Yo,
no, I'm just
Niles
kidding.
is
I'm just
proper thick though. You are proper thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Niles is. It's
like
working,
you are four of me.
Yeah.
Like.
That's true. Well, but that's not saying much because you are a legitimate toothpick. Like I've never seen. Joshua's the skinniest person I've ever seen. With my eyes. It's like it's crazy. Yeah, no. I made Sarah. This is so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm saying this. I flexed my pec this morning and told Sarah to touch it, and she was impressed.
Well, she's your wife. That does not count.
What was her actual reaction? Please
goes,
recreate the. Oh, big dado.
Good job.
Oh my gosh, this is turning into dad strides. Okay, we gotta chill. Basically,
Taylor,
I stopped running for a little bit, and now I'm like seeing what going to the gym is like.
And now I'm massive.
No, I'm not massive at all. But basically, there's these like 3 to 4 other like middle-aged dads. Because I gym culture to me is just like not it. I just don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But basically, I have access to a gym that's like fairly private, so it's not like a blowout every time. And we go at like 6 a.m. with a couple of dads and just kind of rip it. It's fun.
I would like to follow your journey of getting just swole.
You
should just get ripped, dude. You should just totally get ripped.
So it is a little bit addicting. You start to like feel stronger, and you're like, oh, I'm really excited to go It's just like running. It's just like anything else. Like the minute you see some progress, you're like, oh, I can't wait to do that again.
You get excited.
Yeah, but I am excited to run again too. But that's a whole different project. That's Dad Strides, which Caleb and I might.
Yeah, this is the wrong podcast.
Yeah, which Caleb and I might bring back.
I don't know if you guys
so
know.
long. It's been so long, I forgot.
16.
It's been so long.
If you're a Dad Strides original, we might bring it back. Just so you know. Okay. Anyways.
Okay, Taylor, you want to talk about the next project and kind of, I feel like, combine the two because it's the same client?
Oh, yeah, EcoFlow stuff.
EcoFlow.
That was fun.
So we had, what was it, about 72 hours in an RV. Caleb, Niles, and myself. Unfortunately, Joshua couldn't join us. And we shot EcoFlow's battery-powered refrigerator and ice maker,
pretty awesome.
and their air conditioning and heating unit.
Yeah, it was sick.
and we
EcoFlow
took a
makes
photo road
seriously good stuff too. I'm not just saying that.
Yeah.
We're all like
they're
hyped
very
on,
cool.
Yeah,
I feel like I've never
Yeah.
appreciated like an engineer more than when I've
Yeah.
used their products, because it's like they'll
Yeah.
suddenly have like, it's like, wait, your cooler makes ice too? Like
That's
all a
wild.
Yeti
Right.
all a Yeti does is take up a lot of
Right.
space and cost you
Yeah.
$600 just to
And
right. sit there. Like theirs makes
Right.
ice. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and is an actual has like
It's a fridge.
refrigerator too.
Yeah.
It doesn't just
It's a fridge.
slowly-
Wow.
It's crazy.
Um,
yeah.
And a freezer part too. Like,
Right.
it's actually insane when you like think about it for a couple seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was fun. We had video games thanks to Caleb. I played some Mario Kart
Yeah.
one night.
Yep. Caleb did some
We didn't
night
have
film
cell service
photography.
almost the whole time.
Yes.
Yes. Caleb tried some long
Which you'll have to see how that
exposure.
comes out. I think that video will come out kind of soon, but they're on holiday this week, so we haven't really heard back on our latest feedback.
There'll be a main video, but then I feel like people listening to this might care a little more about they'll care about
The
the
vlog.
video too. The
Caleb's
main
gonna try to do like an hour
punchy.
vlog of the trip. You're gonna try to do like
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
a
try to
chunky
go
vlog.
off on this.
Maybe
vlog.
inspired by
it
Granny
was-
Days.
What's
Right.
the
No, I'm
Maybe
not gonna
inspired by
know.
it.
I'm not narrating it.
Oh well, not narrating, but just like the super long video,
The length.
Sure.
like the length, like
Yeah,
The
super
length.
like
raw.
he
I
puts
feel like-
out film photography movies. It's so tight. Like
Right.
I love it.
It's amazing.
Real quick, what's the unit that does the heating and air conditioning?
Wave 2.
Wave 2.
Because I low key might need to get
Yeah.
one because
No, it's
this year I'm
awesome,
going to
dude.
convert my garage into a proper extension of my studio. So I need something
Ooh,
in there.
Nice.
ooh, we're gonna need some content of that. That's fun.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be pretty
our-
fun to kind of create.
The one
Dude,
place
you and Peter McKinnon just got new studios.
What'd you say?
I said you and Peter McKinnon, new studios.
studios.
His is insane.
He
I mean,
has a whole
to be.
new kind of
it's a coffee shop, a tattoo place. I mean, it's
Is this
he goes
like his
going
fifth
hard.
110%.
studio?
yes, but this is the
I mean-
this is the combination. This is like what was that one studio, 368 in New York with
Right.
with
right.
what's his name?
Yeah,
With
Casey Neistat?
Casey?
Couldn't remember his name.
Yeah.
Bro, dude. Oh my gosh. What the? With the guy, he like vlogs a lot.
Are you
Wears
good?
glasses,
Like, wait,
shades, kind
what
of scuffed
the
up, booster
shit?
board. What was his name?
Yeah.
Shit, Niles says.
Like, whoa.
What the shit?
Oh, you mean the Godfather of
these-
YouTube? How could you
Might
forget,
be.
dude? That's sacrilegious.
Might be.
But yeah, I did like how he explained it. He's always had like one, like his YouTube studios were just at one like angle, like a shot basically. And so he wanted to build a spot where you can like
Do those
fully.
ones.
But
I
move
forget his
around,
last
bounce
one he was
around.
doing that,
Yeah.
but I guess not.
I think I remember him saying something
Yeah,
about
like-
like his last one was like too playful. It was like almost like it wasn't like a workplace. It was like there was like too many like toys kind of, and now he like wants it to be like a place of work. I don't know. But
I don't
feel like
understand
people just like it's
Too
the
much fun was
It's the
had.
same thing with houses. Like you redo your
Yeah, you
house,
get
and,
kind
and,
of
and then you
bored.
find something else to like work on your house because
Yep.
you just like the
Yeah.
process. I feel
Yeah.
like that's him with studios because like. I
mean,
feel like this
he has the
this-
money,
'cause
so
he had
he
the one
can
with
do it.
Maddie, and then he had his
He's
other
doing
one,
it.
and now he has so maybe like 3. It's like his 3rd studio. Anyways,
Money and like you can write it a lot of it off, I'm sure, just because
Right.
it's like
I do-
it is his business and it provides good
Yeah,
content.
I
so-
do like
Right.
the idea
Yeah.
that now he's providing like more jobs for people. Like I wish creators that were at that level would do more stuff like this. That they will create other
Right.
job opportunities for other people to create. Like I really do like that aspect of what he's doing now. So
right. Well, you are seeing that way more than ever. Like Colin and
Yeah.
Samir, I
Yeah.
think, have a team of 6.
yeah.
You know, it's like these channels.
I
That
heard
are, that
12
are bigger
this
are-
weekend.
wait, what?
somebody said Colin and Samir have employed like 12 people.
Oh, that is
crazy. I mean, that's a legitimate small business. Like that's not even a small business. That's
so
like
cool.
That's a growing small business. You know, like that's nuts.
So freaking cool.
Yeah, like
that's like a medium business.
That's like a medium business.
That's like an ice grande business. Taylor, I do want to ask you. So you just went to Chicago with the Dark Room and like this whole film photography
one
meetup.
Day we'll
but
all
your
get
hot
invited.
take. I doubt that.
No, we won't. They're like, Taylor's
hot
cool,
take, you text,
the rest of you, not so cool.
You text our group thread that you think Chicago is better than New York.
Yeah.
And I want to hear. I need
this.
to actually hear this.
I like that take a lot.
Yeah, I think
this is a hot take.
I think I'm there.
Like you're in
I don't
Chicago.
know. Like, it was my first time actually spending time there, right? And like really walking around it and seeing it. I mean, the cleanliness was obviously a humongous difference from New York City.
Right.
It's very clean. And I actually asked a local, I was like, what is going on with that? Like, how can a city this big be like this pristine? It was blowing my mind. And I guess what happened is during the Chicago fire, everything burnt down, right? And so when they were rebuilding it, they were basically solving problems since they had the chance to rebuild it. So they basically made every building have an alleyway so that the trash is behind the building instead of in front of it, which I thought was super interesting.
When was this fire?
I should know because I took like that river tour
ago?
and they talked about it, and I don't remember the year.
Over 100 and some years ago? They mentioned it in the tour.
A long time ago.
They mentioned in the tour that you were on, the architecture
Like when
tour.
everything else in the whole United States was burning down because people were figuring out how electrical worked. Dude, like all the buildings,
like, everything was made of
in
wood.
every city, like yeah, and just like the electrical, they were just like, yeah, sure, hook it up to this knob and tube wiring. It's like, like we had a whole era of just things burnt and then
right. That's true.
got better.
So yeah, so I guess like
so the cleanliness,
okay, yeah.
I really liked like the layout of it with like the river being right in the middle. I don't know, it just felt like so much more walkable and like I could actually get like a grasp on it. And then the other thing was there isn't that underlying anxiety that New York City has, just anywhere, anytime, any day.
Right.
New York City has this like stress kind of that like keeps it going.
Yeah.
Whereas Chicago felt so like laid back, but like things were happening and the streets were busy and people were out,
city.
but it wasn't like anxious.
It's the third largest city in the U.S. It's crazy.
It was so
behind
nice.
LA and New York.
And also the architecture is absolutely bonkers.
What about the bagels?
I didn't have a bagel, but I did have deep dish pizza.
You did. Let's go.
Deep dish hits. Deep dish hits.
I had deep dish.
That's good. That's good.
Did you have a Chicago dog?
Did you have a cheese
Chicago
steak?
dog?
Oh, wait.
I didn't. People went out for him, but I skipped out because I was so tired. I dipped out.
I love
the
it.
event was fun. And
a good Taylor shutdown in the evening is like one of my favorite things ever. It's just like
and it's like it happens in 1 second, and then I'm not coming back.
No return. There's no return.
Taylor shutdown.
I mean, the amount
There's no
I've seen
return.
so many Taylor shutdowns too. It's just like
So
I mean,
many.
I guess, and for context, it's just like Taylor has an on-off switch, and when it like it's turned off, it's like if she doesn't sleep for 10 hours, like don't even
Everyone's
try.
in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Don't.
But like
I
she'll,
wouldn't even say she changes her personality as much as it's just all of a sudden, literally, there's the mute button and she's gone.
yeah.
Like, it's not like Taylor doesn't get mean. She's just like all of a sudden gone,
there's the mute
or
button.
like I haven't heard from her in talk in an hour.
Right.
Done.
It's so
Oh my
funny.
god, that is so true.
Like I have way too much
very
FOMO
Yeah.
to actually like do that. Like I'll
Same.
I'll always be around, just even if I'm dead, because it's like I just have like this innate FOMO. I'm like I'm just trying to hang still.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah,
that is
I
funny.
was doing things you could never imagine, Niles. Like at one of the meetups at we had like a brewery meetup each night, and the last one I was done. I mean, like I was ready to get out of there at like 6:30, and the thing started at 5. And so I'm like trying to make it to like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then I just fully Irish exited. Like as the whole thing like got really fun and really loud, I just like silently went out the doors and Ubered back to the hotel by myself. See ya.
Yeah, and you always know where
Didn't
Taylor's...
say goodbye to anyone.
Yeah, and you know what? You always know where Taylor's going because it's to the bed. Funny. Like wherever her bed is, that is where she's going.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Should we talk about the topic now?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that was the longest. Okay, quickly we're gonna talk about what we've been up to.
The longest
30 minutes later.
Well, no, it was a catch-up episode.
We needed to do it.
All right, so let's spend like a few minutes on our actual topic. Great.
Okay, so this was when we were driving in our RV. I think it came up because I was like, I can't imagine paying $15 for a blue check mark by my name on Instagram. My hot take
every month. Right?
I don't even know if I would pay $15 to use Instagram. Like in general, like if Instagram was like, hey, I'm charging you $15 to even use my app. I don't even think I would do it then.
Right.
Why on earth would I pay for this blue flexi check mark? Because that's all it
More
is.
security. More security.
Well, the problem with it is that it used to mean something.
Yeah, now it doesn't mean anything.
It used to actually give you information, and now it's just telling you that someone is paying a subscription, which isn't helpful.
Well, that's kind of true, but you still have to like, they still check to see if you're like a personality or like anything. Because when I did it, it was like, we're gonna check your background and everything, and then I thought it was just $15 one-time expense, and I was like, "Oh, that's fine.
That makes sense to me.
Like, like whatever. That's like 3 ice lattes, like 2 ice lattes in Los Angeles." But when I saw it was monthly, I was like, absolutely not, because all it's doing is just.
And I don't want to.
You're paying for something that was already free, which is always such a hard direction to go for a business. It's like. It's like, oh, this has been free this whole time. Now we're actually going to charge you.
Yeah.
And there's very little benefit.
The thing that kills me, too, is like...
Well, I guess...
I was going to say, the thing that kills me is that, like, now they're kind of guaranteeing that your post will be shown to more people, too. It's just like, what?
Right.
Why does that not happen organically?
They are bringing in Al. They're bringing in Al.
It's so dumb.
They know that Al has us by the balls.
Oh,
but
so
I will say,
dumb.
if you're a business, or if I was like Caleb Films or whatever, like by myself, I see if you're reaching out to clients.
Caleb with the camera, like that's literally what you are. My name's Caleb. I have camera.
I was trying to switch it up because I'm not paying for it. If I was something else, specifically for a business, like if you're a photographer, I'm just basically trying not to bash people that have it. For instance, if you're client facing from your Instagram, I see how it could be a good business expense. You're legit, you're a wedding photographer, whatever, you're reaching out to these people, you have the blue check mark. That does mean something, and I feel like in that situation where you're using that as like a very business transaction type of thing, which a lot of people are on Instagram, it could be worth it.
There are a lot of scams these days too. Like scams are getting more and more complex,
copies and sophisticated,
profiles, tricky.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting tricky. But I think one thing is that, so I think it's important to really show the difference between a blue check mark on Twitter and a blue check mark on Instagram. And I'm pretty sure there is like a TikTok verification,
also,
but I'm old, so like I don't even know what that is.
I'm old.
Niles, before we get into the Twitter one too, it was funny how Twitter started it with Elon, whatever, we're going to charge
and then of
money.
course
everybody
Facebook
got mad.
that's all they do, or Meta.
Meta was like, everyone was kind of like, oh my gosh, you're charging, no one else is gonna, and then they just hopped on board.
It's the most run-of-the-mill thing ever, because like all Facebook or Meta's ever done is just basically like, oh, it's a good idea. We'll do that too. They've always been second, or whatever, like to everything. Yeah. So with Instagram,
here's a question. Maybe you know this, Niles. So one time I tried to get verified before the payment, right, on Instagram, just because I have had so many online scams happen to me,
right,
that I was like, this might be a good idea,
right.
So I went through the process, and they basically were like, they picked and choose, like they would pick and choose who could get verified. You basically have to be like at a certain, I don't know what the criteria was, but you have to meet this criteria.
Some sort of celebrity threshold.
Yeah, but I've seen like small accounts get that. So I was like, maybe I have a chance, right?
I think there are
didn't work.
loopholes.
So I wonder, like, that would be nice now to do that, I guess, because they're gonna just do it for anyone who pays, right? So you're kind of guaranteed. Whereas beforehand, even if you actually did want to be verified, you might not.
Yeah, I've seen accounts that had
it's a good thing for people that wanted
check,
it that bad.
And I had like 17,000 on my personal account, and I couldn't get verified at all. I'm like, I don't understand.
Right. They did. So I got accepted on Instagram, but then I didn't pay for it. They were like, your credit card is wrong. And I was like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it freaking is. And it's not going to change. So
it's wrong on purpose.
It's wrong on purpose, you mother trucker.
Yeah.
But I think what's weird is like for Instagram, you don't get that much. So like, these are the benefits. It prevents impersonation. It's like, okay, that's exactly what
I would actually be more flattered if people made an impersonation account
for.
on me.
Higher trustworthiness. So it's like when users see the verification badge, they know it's you. So that's actually the same thing as it's like preventing impersonation. Those are two broken, or that's one broken into two bullet points.
Broken into two.
Increased brand awareness. So it's like this is because verified profiles appear toward the top of search in suggested accounts. So that's interesting. So as people are searching,
so you're paying for
your name
top.
will pop up more if it's blue check. And then early access to special features. Which is
but
they do that. But that's funny because they do the special
thing ever.
The special features thing, they normally roll that out to different parts of the U.S. anyway. Like sometimes my account will get something that my other account doesn't have yet. So it's like, anyway, that's so silly.
What happens if everyone wants to pay for it? Obviously, that's their dream goal. They get every user to pay $15 a month.
Yeah.
They're flushed. But like, if that happens, then everyone all of a sudden is back to like, you get 2 check marks.
Double check mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I have the blue check.
So Twitter. Let's go back to Twitter. Joshua.
I have the blue check on Twitter.
Can you say your piece?
I mean, I can say my piece.
How much you paying?
So okay, here's the story, right? So when it first rolled out, it was only like $5.99. And it was going to give me analytics. Because my goal, when I first started to really use Twitter, because I didn't like it at first, my goal was like, I'm going to get 10,000 followers. I want to get monetized so I could make money off of Twitter. And so once they had the blue check kind of roll out, I was like, okay, it's only $5. Let me add that so I can see what analytics are so I can be more strategic and one other stuff. Then when Elon announced this new thing that they're going to bump the price, I was like, okay, I need to cancel before they do that because it was going to be like $12.99 or whatever it was. I haven't done that. I forgot to. I just let it happen, and I haven't done anything since. But I guess some of the perks now is like you can have longer tweets, and then analytics, and I have access to some other spaces that they're coming out, HD video. So like some of the perks are kind of okay, and I'm just kind of rolling with it. So,
right. Yeah. Let me read some perks for you, Joshua, of what your hard-earned cash
is
getting you.
Do it right now.
You can edit a tweet. This highly requested feature.
Oh yeah,
that's
right. That's right.
Window to make a limited number of changes.
I definitely needed that because I suck at typing, so definitely needed that.
That's actually that's a beneficial.
You tend to misspell words. You tend to misspell words for sure.
Or miss words. I leave words out. Like I need to do that, so I need that.
I mean, I'm not perfect. Gosh, it's hard. You get half the ads. You get longer.
That's
tweets.
not true.
You can now
that is not true. Sorry, the half the ads thing is bullcrap. Everywhere I scroll, there's like 5 ads. So I don't like.
Which is funny because how would you even know it's half? Like it's
such
like 50%. Well, it's like okay,
just
no one's
much.
Actually counting. So it's definitely an area they.
So I'm constantly like,
that's funny.
Hide this ad, hide this ad, hide this ad. I just don't want to see ads. I don't want to see ads at all.
Right. Yeah. It's kind of like if you pay for YouTube Premium, you don't get ads. I feel like if you pay for Twitter Blue, you should get no ads.
No ads.
It seems very fair.
Yeah,
that's smart.
You get text formatting, so you can bold and italicize. You get
cool.
bookmark folders, custom app icons.
Yeah, I have a custom.
This is all for $5. Joshua, this is still $5 a
No,
month.
so they grandfather you in, not grandfather. They move you into the new tier of pricing. So I'm paying $12 a month for it. Yeah, with all of these features.
As opposed to what's the non-grandfathered tier?
I don't know. I think it's just one flat fee because before it was $5.99.
I don't think there was a grandfather tier. I think it was just like it's more expensive now.
Right. Before you were paying like
Joshua's paying.
I was paying like $6, and then they brought in the new pricing, and then they moved you over to the new pricing. So I don't have. I'm not paying the $6. I'm paying the $12.
Here's a few more because there's a lot of ones that are just like not that cool. Like NFT profile photo. It's like, okay, whatever.
Stupid. Yeah.
You get prioritized ranking in conversations and search. So you get a small boost in rankings. So they're throwing in.
I've had some.
You get a longer video.
That's kind of what Instagram. That's kind of what you said. Instagram's doing though, a little bit with search.
You get a longer video.
Longer video.
So I can see
That's
Elon
cool.
being a platform that actually goes after YouTube, which would be interesting. Basically,
Elon being a platform. Did you just cut out the word Twitter and just
Elon.
say Elon?
You did.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We're just calling it Elon now.
yeah.
Oh, I'm just
Totally.
on Elon.
You get.
I'm just on Elon.
Is that what I said?
Yes.
Yeah, you said I could see Elon being a platform where you could upload longer videos.
He makes his own platform. It's kind of like it's like Trump. He calls everything Trump, and then what it is, he just calls it Elon.
Right.
It's kind of a good name, Elon. That's way better than Trump.
Elon's cool. Yeah.
Twitter Blue subscribers can upload videos up to 60 minutes.
Oh wow.
And
I have not used the video
size,
features yet.
But only 1080. Only 1080.
Which is
60
fine, but
minutes.
like
60 minutes for 2 gigs?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's
That's a
okay.
really little mother.
That's a really low res export.
yeah.
And then I mean that's kind of it. Like I mean, really the thing that you would sign up for is if you got mad boosts from Al, and you make your money off of people advertising on your platform. So like you do an ad read or you do some product placement or a sponsored post. I could see you paying $15 a month if you were guaranteed to get more traction on that post. It's kind of like they're shadow banning people who don't pay for it though, which is so lame.
And that's what it seems like.
I mean, yeah, technically that's what, but it's like if you're a hardcore tweeter and you're, maybe like, I don't know all the, like, aren't there people who essentially try to just quickly respond to like the most popular tweets just so that you're like one of the first replies? And in that sense, you're growing all your followers.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that's how all the political tweeters, all like
Tweeters.
the same, like the Krasenstein brothers were on every Trump tweet. They're on every, like any Elon tweet, any like, big conservative tweet. So they're basically the more left comeback, and like they're massive on Twitter now.
The
And
top
they basically
tweeters.
and then there's conservative people who do
Top
that for the more
tweeters.
people on the left. Like all the political tweeters, which tweeters.
Tweeters.
How much would they pay for priority?
I
I
bet
think
they
all
get
do pay for it.
whitelisted.
But did you see?
Priority.
I think they get
But I'm saying,
whitelisted.
how much would they pay? They'd pay
right,
pay
right.
$100 a month.
Did you see the thing?
You missed that, Caleb. It's called a Priora tweet.
Priority.
I did
is it
miss
really?
that.
Wait, is that true? I was about to say.
I was like, Taylor,
Taylor's just being.
That's so
I didn't
believable.
see that in
Niles ruining the joke. Niles just straight up ruined the.
That's me just trying to make a joke,
Taylor,
you guys.
really?
That was just. That's all that was.
Re-explain that?
It's just me making a joke.
Dang, I'm really sorry.
A quick witty joke that now isn't
I'm trying to find.
isn't as
Isn't
clean.
funny at all.
There was something where you could get your blue check mark back if you like typed in something on the URL. Did you guys see this? Like in the URL, like in
I
the
saw
search
that,
bar?
but it went away in
What do you
like
mean, get it
5
back?
minutes.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You just type in like an HTML type of thing in your name or your profile name, and then it kind of tricks the.
Yes.
I'm sure they fixed it by now, and then it only lasted for like a couple seconds.
Well, no, it lasted as
or a
long
couple
as you
minutes.
didn't refresh. So I think if you kept it up,
That's a lot
and
of
went
work.
to a different window,
That's a lot of work.
your blue check mark would be there in the different window. That's how I understood it, which is
That sounds like
hilarious.
anxiety.
I mean, obviously,
Wow.
I
yeah,
will say
it's
too,
one of
if
those
you
things.
yeah.
a one hot tip, I was gonna say hot take. It's not a hot take. A tip is if you do want to pay for Instagram Meta Elite or whatever it is,
Meta
you can
Elite?
pay $11.99
I hate that name.
if you go through your browser because it eliminates the fees from the App Store. So
Yes,
$14.99.
is that why it's more expensive? Oh, I was wondering
Yeah,
why it was
and
more
that's-
expensive on iOS. That's funny.
I pay for YouTube Premium too, but I pay for it through Safari, not through the YouTube app, because they'll get you with a $3 extra a month because it's the App Store fee, which is
Oh, wow.
pretty.
The App Store
so
fee
buy
being
direct.
30% is gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's why Apple is just
Banking.
Yeah.
flushed,
Yeah,
dude.
they're
They are
Banking.
They're the top. They're the top gods.
Yeah, they are.
They're looking down on Elon and saying thank you for the cash.
I think I'm not going to pay for either. I'm not going to pay for either. I could see maybe Sunny16 or like Grain Check, the YouTube channel, or like Cine Daily's, the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Like the more branded stuff for us, paying for it. If we, right, but it's like.
I get you.
But my personal like Niles Gray Instagram, it's like I don't like. It's not worth it.
You
but
are
like,
a brand, Niles.
Instagram,
you are a brand.
If you're a business, it seems
yeah,
more,
like for Sunny16 being
official.
verified, it's like that might help. So it's like
I hear that. I hear that.
Food for thought. But $15 a month
I do
is
think
just
it's
an
funny,
annoying
like,
price. It's such an annoying price.
When I'm scrolling if I scroll on my Instagram, my like likes and who's liked my post or whatever, and just in that main feed, and the blues check marks do stick out. But then I'm like, oh, who is this? Like in my head, immediately still goes to like, oh, is this a celebrity that liked my random post? And then I click on their profile. I'm like, 8 followers.
Especially on Twitter, because on Twitter there's like no celebrity gatekeeping at all. On Instagram there's still a little bit. So on Twitter it's like you're like, oh, this person's opinion must really matter because there's a blue check mark, and then you click. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. It's like they have no posts. They just pay for Twitter Blue on this one account, and they're just they're trolls. So now you've like verified trolls, and I do see they caught some flack on Twitter for it being like, now people can impersonate me, and people got really good at it. Like, and there were some examples of like some news outlets and things like were happening really quick, just because the internet reacts so fast, and it's like just a wildfire up there.
People are so smart and quick on it. I will. Dave in the chat has a good question. If you paid for IG, what would you want? What kind of features?
I would want like guaranteed more like if I'm paying for it, like I want more visibility. Like I want a transparent algorithm that then I understand how it works, and it's not just a mystery. Like I also want all my followers to see the posts. Like I just don't feel
saying
like
I want 100%. A transparent algorithm is such a gnarly thing to say.
Yeah, they're never ever going to get that.
But you asked.
It's gnarly, but I just think it's so
more
funny.
Transparent, more transparent. Because right now you're just shooting from the hip. And like praying that it works, and then it's like you post something, no one sees it.
I hate when you spend all this time making a YouTube video, you upload it, and you don't get to click through it, and you're like, what happened? Like, why is this one so different? It's the same with like people that are trying or care about Instagram.
I mean, YouTube gives you the most amount of data, and they're not even transparent about the algorithm, but at least you see like, oh, people just clicked on the thumbnail less, so they must not have cared about it. On Instagram, you don't even get that. It's just like
I would want no ads, 100%.
No ads.
No ads. If no ads were on Instagram, which are now every 2 to 3 posts, it's like that could actually be.
That's why I no suggested users.
Exactly. Like, I was going to say that.
Oh, you should follow this person too.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Who are these people?
Yeah, so I didn't follow this. Like, what is this? Yeah, don't need that.
If I want a suggested user, I'll go to my explore page.
Yep.
It's like,
have you guys starting to notice though now on YouTube that there's like a lot more posts when you click on the YouTube on iOS? It's like this news source posted this like headline article, and it's not a video, it's just like a community post, but it's like that, and now it's like 3 little stories.
I almost exclusively watch YouTube on my actual television. Like that is where I spend 90% of my YouTube consumption.
Like Apple TV or the TV's app.
I have Roku.
It is the best
and it's like,
viewing platform.
Yeah, and it's like I watch it like I watch television. I'll watch Johnny Harris. I'll watch Colin and Samir. I'll watch
I mean, I definitely do that
amateur.
Too, but then also,
it's like
I'm on my phone a lot too.
That now I can say is my TV. The only TV I watch is sports. Another and
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, we haven't. And Love Is Blind, and we're on season 3.
We
are blowing through Love Is Blind.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean,
shout out.
Yeah, there's just like no actual television I watch really, and so it's like if I sit down on my TV.
Sounds like there actually is some television you watch.
Well, that's just because my wife has to fall asleep to shows, so she turns them on, she falls asleep, and then I sit there like this.
So the shows watch her.
You're a reality TV boy now.
No, actually,
sounds like it.
I like Survivor.
Sounds like it.
I like Love Is Blind. I didn't like Bachelor in Paradise. It's way too raunchy.
I'm watching Sweet Tooth again.
How many minutes did you get through?
I think like the first episode.
Oh, you got through an entire episode. That's
Well,
that's a lot to take
and
it.
we just kind of were like,
the first ones are always the raunchiest too, because it's like they're trying to
right. I just felt kind of
people
icky
in
afterwards, and I was like, I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah. Anything else you'd pay for that blue check mark other than like
I think
maybe
the same
you could change the color of the check mark?
Twitter.
That'd be cool.
No. That's one of those things where like, and you get to choose your own custom color. It's like so dumb to me. It's like I
feel
don't
like
care.
I would pay for it if there was like a better like for instance, if I was a business and I could have almost like a client facing profile version of Instagram where it's not just my last like they see my grid and it might not be it's like if there was like a website version of Instagram that you could pay for if you had a blue check, or like you tap the check and it like slides to like here's my best work kind of thing, like almost replace the website.
It's kind of like pinning a post because you can like pin 3 posts at the top of your profile.
I hate pinned posts, dude.
Why?
I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know, like when they pinned it and I'm like, I just want to see the recent thing.
Oh, my bad. I pinned my post.
There's been something I've been really wanting Instagram to let us do. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Josh,
What?
Joshua's just talking.
Wait, what happened?
Go ahead, Joshua.
Wait, I wasn't saying anything.
Well, I think Taylor was. We just fully lost you.
I think there's just a gnarly lag on you,
Yeah.
Joshua. Something I wish Instagram would do is like let you have different grids. So like when you posted, you could basically make almost like a folder structure or something. Because like for me, it's like I almost want to split my work up like you might on a website.
Oh, interesting.
Where it's like, here's my film and here's my digital, or here's my portraits and here's my landscape. So you can have basically different like grids you can view on Instagram, so you can categorize your own work. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, that
they do
would
have
make
like
Instagram
the grid, the
awesome.
reel, and the tag posts. Like they basically have that built in, but you could like make these top.
Yeah, it's almost like you
Right.
would make those top like you'd customize those to what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
cool.
I mean, oh wait, we lost Joshua.
No, I'm still
he's
here.
off his,
He's
oh, he's coming
I'm still
back.
here.
There he is.
Uh-oh. Oh. He's getting sassy.
He's all pissed, dude.
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Joshua, the last thing I had on my notes was Cine Gear.
Oh, yeah.
And how talk about Cine Gear, bro. You're getting a brand to fly you out.
Yeah, so I have some connections with a company called Vaxis. They make like wireless transmission devices and stuff. And so, I mean, I've been wanting to go to Cine Gear. I've been there once in 2018. I want to go back. It's way better than NAB because you get to actually deal with filmmaking stuff. So I was like, I need to go. So just asking around. Uh-oh. He just left. Anyway, I started asking around, and they're like, "Yeah, we would love to."
Niles bailed. Cool. Didn't care about Cine Gear.
He wanted to fly me out, and so we're gonna do some projects out there. And yeah, it's exciting. I get to see some other people I've been wanting to chat with. Hope we get to get in with some new brands and stuff, and kind of rock the Sunny flag out there. Just let people know that we do stuff like this. So. Very excited though.
Are you
Love it.
are you down to meet up with people if anyone watches this on YouTube and wants to?
We'll have to see because my
link
schedule's
at Cine Gear or in the
I'm
area.
figuring out my schedule now. It's going to be kind of packed the 2 days before Cine Gear starts. I think it starts on the first and second. So if I have some time, I might blast something out there. But we'll probably be pretty much on the grind trying to do some.
What are the dates?
I'll be out there the 30th. My wife and I are actually going. We'll be out there the 30th through the 3rd, but we leave on the 3rd.
Sick.
So, but come to the booth.
May to June.
Yeah,
okay.
May to June. Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Nice. All right, y'all. So Niles' audio and camera died, and he won't hear the end of that one anytime soon. So
Nope.
I guess we're just gonna end it because we chatted for a sec, but you can't hear him, so there's no rebuttaling from Niles.
Rebuttaling.
Taylor, Joshua, anything else y'all want to say?
Well, we appreciate all the support from the Discord. You guys rock it. Every time we get so many notifications of everybody just talking about stuff. So I'm trying to get in there this week for just like a live chill session. So hit me up. Watch out for the live chill session.
Taylor, anything else you want to say?
No.
All right.
To be honest.
Well, thanks for listening, and maybe we'll have another pod within the next month again. We'll see. Until then, peace and subscribe.
Stay on the sunny side.
Stay on the sunny side.
You're supposed to say.